Right. Simon? Hey. Hey, we're not meaning any harm, don't worry. Yeah. Where would you want us to stay away from?
The dangers of exploring. Recently, we travelled to Birmingham to visit an Edwardian swimming baths. This was arranged prior to travelling. We had a lovely guided tour of the Gothic-style public baths and got shown spaces off limits to the public. Before travelling home, I wanted to pop into a Masonic hall. Since the last one I found, I've been fascinated with the Freemason Guild, and I have seen this one. Since the last one we found, I have been fascinated with the Freemasons Guild, and I had to see this one as it was special. It was more of a headquarters for the area, so it was bigger and grander than the other lodges. Upon walking around the building, we came across a brand new bicycle under an open window. I was with two males and they was a bit wary about entering, as there was no doubt there was somebody in there. The bike was clean and new, so it made me think the person looked after themselves, so I went in first. The other two males had never come across somebody in a building. I had, so I knew how to handle the situation. I told the lads that there is two scenarios why this person is probably in there. One, he could be dangerous and he's stealing from the building or taking drugs. I didn't feel he or she was like this, as there was quiet and there was no sign of drug paraphernalia. The other one, number two, was somebody had fallen on hard times and are living here and are very vulnerable. With that in mind, I proceeded cautiously, and I tried to stay away from the person just to respect them. I walked into a room and there was a loud bang of something falling. The lads were quite far from me and they didn't hear it, so I backed off and called out to the person that I meant them no harm. I was simply there to take a couple of pictures of the hallway and leave, so I backed off and found another way through. Again, a different bang from the room I was in this time. I knew I had to show him I meant him no harm, as it was the only way through into the hall. I kept talking quietly and calmly, again saying I meant no harm and I hope he or she was okay. Then he came out of a doorway and came towards me. He seemed very happy with us at this point. A poor man was living there, but he was very clean and he warned us to be careful as it was quite dangerous. Whilst taking pictures, he was singing and we kept jumping into it. Well, he kept bumping into us, and I had a chat every so often. He was a lovely, kind man. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, this was not the first time we have come across people living in these buildings. We was lucky this time. The reason why I have done this video is to show that some scenarios that we come across and how sad they are sometimes. I usually have some biscuits and some money on me for when this happens, or if security comes speak to me, I have something to say thank you. These buildings hold many secrets. Some of these buildings hold many secrets and some dark and depressing. I have plenty more videos behind the scenes. If you would like to see more, let me know. Thank you for watching and I hope you've enjoyed.